Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Danielle, and today we are going to talk about how to start your ketogenic diet, keto for beginners, basically keto 2020. So if you're here for it, please stay tuned. Hey friends, welcome back. Today is the last Sunday of 2019. So we are wrapping up a decade, and today I wanted to kind of touch on how to start keto. If you are new here, hey, what's up? My name is Danielle. We do this keto thing a few times a week. I have lost 125 pounds naturally and been able to keep it off for, quite a few years. I am doing keto not only for weight loss, but for fat loss, for, mental clarity, for anti-inflammatory, like anti-inflammation. Basically, I like the way I feel, my gut works better, all the things, okay? And, there's a lot of studies out that have proven that it is good for your overall health. Now, if we want to do a debate about cardiac and all that things, don't feel like it, but if you want to, don't do it today, because I just don't feel like debating it. But, yeah, so I am a big supporter of the ketogenic diet. I think for your overall health, it's really great. I've watched it help my husband with arthritis. It's dropped my husband's A1C from a 7 to a 5, and it's helped bring down his blood pressure. I am about 10 pounds away from goal weight, and I really would like to drop 5 pounds in January. I am turning 36 at the end of the month. And so that's my goal. But today I wanted to talk about how are you going to start the ketogenic diet, okay? There's a lot of information on how to do it. There's different types of ways to actually do the keto diet, and I'm going to talk about them. You're going to hear different phrases. It's going to be dirty keto, clean keto, strict keto. So basically, let me just tell you a couple different things. Dirty keto is basically where you're watching your net carbs. So you're not really, tracking your macros too much, just the carbs, and you're not really caring what the ingredients are, okay? I did dirty keto for a while, and then I had noticed that I was not getting the full benefit of the ketogenic diet. But if you are just starting out and you're just getting used to keto, changing up your whole lifestyle, I highly recommend you start out dirty, lazy keto. Dirty meaning you're not really watching the ingredients, only the net carbs, and lazy, you're not really tracking anything, you're not doing macros, you're just watching your carbs. So if you're just starting out, do the dirty, lazy keto, okay? Don't try to bite off too much initially because it can become very overwhelming. And yeah, so if you're just starting out, you got a large amount of weight to lose, I suggest you do that, okay? There is clean keto. Clean keto is where you are not eating processed foods. You're really cleaning up your ingredients. You're making a lot of your own ingredients. You're watching what's in stuff. I have slowly maneuvered from lazy, dirty clean keto to strict clean keto, clean-ish. It's like medium dirty, okay? Just because I am not only doing the keto diet for weight loss, but for ketosis, okay? And yeah, so those are two different types. Ketosis, how are you gonna tell? There's a lot of telltale signs. You'll see that you are peeing a lot. You'll see that your mouth's kind of dry, so you kind of get keto breath. Some people say that their urine tells them a little bit stronger. It happens, I've noticed it. You're not as hungry. You can only eat maybe 1 or 2 meals and you're filling up on the fat, okay? Remember, if you're gonna take anything from this, keto is a high fat, moderate protein, low carb diet, okay? That is the difference between the keto diet and Atkins. Atkins has you on a higher protein, moderate fat, low carb way of eating, okay? So that's what we're changing. We are going to change from being from taking sugar and using that as our energy source to a fat burning machine, okay? So we want to change that all over and feed it a bunch of fat, all right? So that's the difference. As far as macros go, there are different ways you can do it. You can use Carb Manager to track your macros. Again, if you're just starting out, I wouldn't suggest just watching. I would just track your carbs, but you know, it's up to you. This is what I suggest. But I use the Carb Manager app. I use the free version, okay? But I do not use the macros that you will find on internet calculators, the Carb Manager. Those macros did not work for me, okay? I felt the protein was really high and it just didn't work. So I'm going to tell you the way I use my macros. This is my calculation. This isn't my calculation. It's some Facebook group I had followed years ago. I remember they did it, and that's how I've been following it, and I've seen a lot of success. I've suggested it out on here before, and people have seen it and used it. They've gotten themselves out of a plateau. They've seen great success on it, okay? Again, I didn't make these up. These aren't Danielle macros. These are just somebody that I've been using and I'm suggesting. I really wish I knew the name of the group, but I forgot. I think it's like Keto Adaptation or something like that. Something along those lines. So basically what I do is I take my goal weight, not the ideal body weight, my goal weight. Say I want to be, I'm 180 pounds right now, which I think I'm 172. Say I'm 172 pounds right now, okay? I want to be 140 pounds. So that 140 pounds is going to be my goal in grams of fat. 140 grams of fat I am going to try to hit every day. Do not exceed. Try to come within 10, okay? The fat is what's going to keep you full. Then I'm going to take that 140 and I'm going to hit that number in half, okay? So that'll be 70 grams. That will be my grams of protein, okay? Do not exceed your protein grams, okay? Try to come as close. Do not go over. Try to come within 10, okay? All right, and then lastly, you're going to have 20 grams of carbs. Either you can do net or you can do just 20 carbs. I've been doing this for a while and I just do 20, but you can do the net. So when I say net, you're going to take your carbs, you're going to subtract your dietary fiber, and if they have sugar alcohols, you're going to subtract that too. So it might say sugar alcohol, or sometimes it might say erythritol or something along those lines. You're going to subtract that from your total carb count, and that'll leave you with net carbs, okay? Sorry, it's like warm here and my allergies are like through the roof. So you got how you're going to eat. All right, what do I use to kick me in ketosis, okay? So you're going to want to watch not only the carbs, but you're going to want to watch that sugar, okay? So I don't use Splenda. Splenda has carbs in it. I don't use stuff that has sucralose in it or aspartame or any of those things, because I find that kicks me out of ketosis. You could either use the urine strips. I've done a video comparing those two. I think they're a cheaper option, but they aren't the best, because if you are drinking too much water, they will dilute your what do they call it, the concentration of your urine, so it won't give you a true reading. And eventually, once you become adapted to like fat adapted, your body's not going to be peeing out those fats. They're going to be using it for energy, so you won't be able to know. What I use is the Keto Mojo. I've been using this now for a couple months. I have a discount code down below. Here's the thing I wanted to tell you. They sent, they put a thing out on their Instagram, and I took a screenshot of it because I wanted to tell you guys, and I put it on the community tab here. It says, during the course of 2019, all Keto Mojo meters, strips, and bundles became eligible for health savings accounts, HSAs, and flexible spending accounts, FSA. So, that's what it looks like. So I wanted to tell you guys, because I know people were asking. So you can use it for that reason. So I have a discount code and stuff like that down below. You know, I know that the first of the year, you're probably going to be able to start, unless you have money left and you want to hurry up and use that cash before the end of the year. I wanted to put this out. Or at the beginning of the year, you're going to start your whole new thing. I don't have those accounts with my insurance, so I don't kind of know how that works. But I wanted to let you guys know. So with this, it's not only going to tell you your ketone reading, but it's also going to tell you your glucose reading, and it's going to tell you your GKI, which is your glucose keto index or something like that. And that's basically going to tell you if you are in therapeutic. There's different ranges, okay? And you generally want to be in like keto for weight loss, like therapeutic ketosis. Some people who have neurological issues, or people who are, you know, fighting cancer, they generally want them to be a little bit higher, because it's been proven that cancers feed on sugar, and a lot of oncologists are recommending the keto diet for this reason, okay? Which is crazy, I know, but nonetheless. So I definitely would recommend you guys getting one of these, okay? This, I feel like, is a total game changer, and it's really helped me, and you know, I definitely became a number chaser with this, so it makes me kind of keep my eating in track. So I definitely recommend picking up one of these. I also recommend the Perfect Keto. So this is the base that they have. The base is basically exogenous ketones, and that's going to help kick you in. You could add this just to some almond milk or to your coffee, whatever you want to do. So we have that. I really love the salted caramel flavor. That's like my favorite. And then we also have the MCT oil powder. I really like this as well. This is in the vanilla. You can also get these things unflavored, and they do have collagen as well. I've used up all my collagen. They do have bars. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, they do have bars, but I'm not a fan. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. They just don't hit the spot for me. So I like their powders and stuff like that. I just don't, I'm not a fan of the bars. A lot of people love them, just doesn't work out for me. And what else? Oh, and then I do work out, okay? So I do strength training, again, because I'm doing keto for the fat loss, because I want to be very lean. I've never did this to be skinny. I did it to be fit. And yeah, so you know, your girl's just trying to put on some muscles, you know. But anyways, I've been using this now, and you could, like, this isn't like a gimmick, like, it's like, I don't know if you guys can see, but I've been really digging into this. I've been using the Extend Keto. You can get these at like Vitamin Shop and GNC, but this has your branched chain amino acids for muscle recovery, but it also has exogenous ketones in it. So I've been using this during my workout, and it's really helped me with long-term endurance. I do drink Bang for a pre-workout. I like that because it is carb free. Somebody said that they did a test and it kicked him out of ketosis. Did not happen to me. But you know, to each its own. That's another thing too that is tricky about keto. What works for me may not work for you. What works for you may not work for me. It is completely unique in that way because our bodies are unique. I'm just kind of breaking down the basics that I wish I knew when I started. So those are some of the things that I really enjoy. I'm gonna put out a grocery haul too. So you're gonna start keto, you're gonna want to make a grocery list, because you're going to want to clean up your ingredients, okay? Your stuff that you have in your fridge. So I'm gonna go ahead and put out this week a keto grocery haul for Costco, because their coupon book actually starts the 2nd, so we'll do a big one. And I'm also going to do some full days of eating as well, show you guys some really good recipes. These might be repeater recipes, but I wanted to share them again just for people who are just starting out, who may be new here, or maybe, hey, you forgot, okay? Or maybe, you know, the month of December was a blur and you needed to reboot. This is also going to be a great way to reboot. How can you get into ketosis super fast? I'm going to tell you. So you are going to want to stay away from the low carb breads, tortillas, all those things. If you're really going to want to kick yourself into ketosis, you're going to want to put a lot of fat. You're going to want to hit high fat, and you're going to want to stay basically carnivore. So fats, and you don't want to go super high with the protein. Too much protein will kick you out of ketosis, okay? Because your body only needs a certain amount, and if you exceed that amount, it's going to convert into sugar. It's called like glucogenesis or something like that, and that's what happens, okay? So remember, we're going to want to stay higher fat. So you're going to want to add your cheeses. Bulletproof coffee is a huge lifesaver. I don't intermittent fast. I don't recommend, and I know people might come for me for this, I don't think it should be a practice to where if you've cheated or you've gone off plan, you're going to be like, oh, okay, I'm going to fast for 48 hours and then I'm going to do it. I just feel like I feel like that's more of a mental thing. So I don't fast. I just don't do it. It's more mental for me because I feel like it triggers me. A lot of people see a lot of great results in intermittent fasting. It's just not for me. It may work for you. But you're definitely going to want to go ahead and hit the gym. A lot of people say they never had to work out a day in their life on keto and they were very successful. Absolutely. But remember, you're going to lose the weight to be healthier, but you're also going to want to work your heart. Okay, your cardiovascular system needs to be worked as well. Okay, it's a muscle, and muscles have memories, and if you don't use it, you lose it, and then it gets lazy, it gets weak, and then, you know, gets fatty. So but if you're gonna want to hurry up and kick yourself into ketosis, you're gonna want to go ahead and hit the cardio. Drink lots of water. I've been doing a lot of the alkaline water. I really enjoy it. It does have some electrolytes. How are you going to combat the keto flu? That's another big question. I highly recommend bone broth. Does it taste the greatest? No. So what I do is I take some beef bone broth. I'll add a little tablespoon of Carrie's butter. I always recommend Carrie's butter. Don't go with like Imperial and stuff like that. I put a tablespoon of Carrie's butter in with the broth, and I put some salt. I do the pink Himalayan salt. I'll crush that up in there, and I do a squeeze of like a lemon. And you could even like chop up some meat or some ground beef and put it in there and have it like a soup. It's very good, and that will definitely help you. You're going to want to watch your electrolytes. A lot of people recommend Powerade. I don't drink Powerade. It isn't the cleanest, again, because that's just my thing. But if you're just starting out, Powerade, Gatorade Zero, it's on you. You can do whatever. I do take supplements. I always recommend supplements. People get really, when they first start, a lot of people do suffer from constipation. So I do take magnesium and potassium. I take a biotin and I take a multivitamin. So that's what I take every day. I take 3 potassium, 3 magnesium, I think it's 2 biotin and 1 multivitamin a day. And it's really helped. You're gonna wanna make sure you're hydrated as well. So yeah, I'm trying to think if I want to touch on anything. We talked about the keto flu, we talked about dieting, we talked about the pea strips. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I know there's a lot of information out there. I also want to tell you guys to give yourself some grace. Not every day is going to be perfect. You know, it's taken me a while. I do want to tell you guys mistakes that I made. Crystal Lights, you know, all those little powdered sugar packs, you know, drink enhancers, stay away from those. They do have carbs in them. A lot of people like Mio, not too bad. I will have it. I try to watch a lot of like the protein bars and stuff like that. I'll definitely, if I kind of like meal plan in the morning what I'm gonna have. So like we've been doing walking tacos a lot with the Quest chips, which are delicious, but those do have a great amount of protein in them. So I'll make sure that my breakfast in the morning is lower protein, a higher fat. I do bulletproof coffee. So it's, you know, I'll show you in full days of eating coming up. I really like it. It's really helped kick me into ketosis. And yeah, I promise you guys, once you generally feel that level of ketosis, you're gonna be like, what the heck? There are a lot of people will do egg fast and beef and butter fast. Those are an option. But I've done them. I've had success, but I went back to like the lazy keto, and then I would just gain like a pound back or something. I would never continuously lose. So I found that like you got to clean up the underlying issue. I think these fasts that a lot of people are doing, maybe just to kick them back in, but you really need to make sure that you're cleaning up the underlying problem. Because if you do because basically like a beef and butter fast and stuff like that is just kicking you into straight ketosis, or an egg fast, and then you're in there, you're you know, rocking and rolling, and then you do it for 3 to 5 days, which you will definitely get sick of eggs by day 2. I promise you. I don't care how you dress it up, you're gonna want to barf. Like my relationship with eggs has never been the same since the 2 egg fasts I've done. But you're gonna want to just kind of like, you really need to just clean it up altogether. Look at the big picture, because I promise you, you're gonna feel great when you're on that egg fast. You're gonna be like, oh my God, I feel so good. I really have that clarity everybody's talking about. My skin's clearing up. My hair's shiny. Like I'm living my best life. And then you go back and you're like, oh, I haven't lost any more weight, or I gained a 0.4 or something like that. You know what I mean? So yes, it's an overall picture. So if you guys have any questions, leave them down below. I welcome you guys. I wish you so much success. 2020 is going to be an amazing year, and I know you guys are going to smash these goals, okay? I believe in you. I'm here for you. Well, I'm going to put out as much stuff for you guys. I have a ton of keto videos from, you know, months before. You guys can always watch them. There is a keto playlist. I would love for you guys to subscribe. Please stick around. It's a good place to be. We real friends. And yeah, we're a good crew to be around. Yeah, so stay tuned. I'll have a full day of eating this week, and I'm also going to have a grocery haul, and I don't know, whatever else we can think of. But all right, guys, I will see y'all on the next one. Happy New Year.
I belong to you.